All right, I'm going to show you how to set up the tripod to use the 360 camera. So I have it marked, but for the floor, there's little tabs on the feet here, and these need to be extended all the way open. And if you set the feet about 12 inches apart, it should be pretty close to where it needs to be. The top here should be perfectly flat, so you don't need to adjust that. The only thing that you should need to adjust is the height. So if you unscrew this portion here, there is a little white mark. And if you put that flush with the ring here and tighten this, it doesn't need to be real tight because, as my dad used to say, it's plastic, so don't crack it. That should be pretty close. We're looking for a height of 5 feet here. Actually, not yet. 5 feet to the top of this. The other thing you need to do is put the rotator on the top. There's a little finger here that will actually recess, so don't worry about that. There's a hole in the bottom of here, a screw here. And remember, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Again, this doesn't need to be real tight, so you just kind of push it down. Tighten the screw on the bottom until it's just snug, and that'll be fine. Again, we're looking for a height of 5 foot to the top of the rotator. And I'm pretty darn close right there. So the top of the rotator right at 5 foot. And once you put the camera on there, it'll give you about 5 foot 6 inches or so, which is an average person's height. Maybe a little short, but it would be good for what we're looking for here. So what you want to do is take your camera. If you have a cover on it, take it off. I haven't done it because it's kind of a pain to put it on and off, to be honest. But you put your camera onto the base. Probably facing the controls on the back would be easiest because the face is going to show your countdown. And you just slide it in there, tighten this portion, and it will lock that in. Now to put the lens on, you take the lens cap off. It's just a little plastic cover that fits on there, and then there's a fisheye lens. And one thing that you do need to watch, if this has been sitting for any length of time, the little rubber will kind of grip onto itself. So you want to make sure that this little adjustable plate is actually on the back portion, because sometimes it'll unhook and stick onto here, and then it's blocking the lens, obviously. And then you just open it up, put the lens over the lens on your camera, and when you have the app open, you'll be able to tell whether or not it's centered to give you a good picture. And then again, you'd have your camera tightened into the base, and then you turn it on, sync it with the app, and take your pictures. The only other thing that you may run into is when you have a table in the middle of the room. You can either, if it's possible, set it to the side a little bit, or if your table is dead centered. Again, we're looking for that 5 foot level to the top of the rotator. So what you would do is collapse the legs. I'll give you an example here on our kitchen table. I couldn't mark it because every table is a little bit different height. So it's just something that you'll have to measure. And then you would set it in the middle of the room or table, if the table's in the middle of the room, obviously. But again, you're just looking for that approximate 5 foot. So on this one, we're pretty close, a little bit tall, so you just adjust it down a little bit. And we're right about 5 foot there. Doesn't have to be exact unless you're like me, stay awake at night thinking of stuff like that. And again, it would work the same. You don't have to open up the legs all the way. One is because we're talking pretty lightweight stuff, not like a 35mm camera that these are really made for. So you don't need to open this all the way to lock the legs out. And the other reason is when it takes the 360 picture, when you look down, sometimes it will show the camera legs. So if you keep them in about that 12 to 14 inches spread, hopefully that will resolve the problem. If you have any other questions, give us a call, we'll help you out.